To make sure. Starts to get a little. Doesn't matter if you're ready to go, we can dive right in. It's up to you.
Are we ready to go on?
Yeah. Okay, we're ready to go.
Cool.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Good morning, everyone. My name's David. I'm here from NorthstarMLS, just going to provide some MLS updates and what we've been getting to here at the MLS level anyway. So let me hop right into it. Here's our agenda for today. So I'll give you an introduction of myself, new and upcoming products. I'll cover the recent Fargo-Moorhead Association of Realtors collaboration, talk about our monthly newsletter, our resources that we have, our new subscriber report, upcoming initiatives, a new staff member, and then also some ways that you can keep connected with us. My name's David, Customer Success Manager at NorthstarMLS. My focus, I was on the help desk for a few years, so you probably encountered me there. And I recently, just over a year ago now, I switched over to the marketing department and changed my title. My title is Customer Success Manager. Again, over 6.5 years of experience with Northstar, but my primary focus is now our training, education, and relationship building. And that relationship building goes both with our subscribers and our brokerages and our realtor associations. So some new items to NorthstarMLS that you probably have seen. They've been in our recent newsletter, and we've just got some bunch of stuff rolling out this year. So one of the biggest things that is probably most impactful for the brokerage and those who are doing listing input is the save and continue option. So while you're in the incomplete status in the Add Edit listing system, there's a button in the lower right-hand corner that says Save and Continue. So as you're making edits on your listing, it's a super nifty way to click that, easily save your listing. And what it does is it keeps you in edit mode and it keeps you at your spot on the screen. So it doesn't kick you out of edit mode. It doesn't shift to the top of the page. It keeps you right there where you're at. So you can enter in data, click Save and Continue. It keeps you right there and keep moving along and keep working. It's only applicable in the incomplete status. It's kind of a way to provide not an autosave option, but get close. So we may eventually in the future get close to an autosave function. The risk that we pose with doing an autosave is just the fact that if it's saving in a status that you don't want it to save in, or if there's data there that you accidentally saved and you didn't want it and you have to go in and edit it. So the save and continue is initiated by you so you can confirm that the information's correct, status is correct, and all of that to be able to use that function. So super nice tool, something that has been asked for some time, and we're happy that it has been implemented. RentSpeed rolled out earlier this year, I believe in February. So it's a nice renter platform that you can use for your rentals. Those can submit their rental applications and it does background checks for you. So it's a really nice kind of rental management hub. Definitely check that out. Super nice for agents to use. It technically comes at no cost to the agent, but those who are applying for the rentals would have to pay a fee. There's a flat fee, and then there's I think it's maybe $39. And then I think if they want, they can pay an additional $15 fee. And then that means that they can use that same application for multiple rentals throughout for 30 days. It's unlimited. You can apply to as many rentals as you want for 30 days. So it's relatively affordable for those who are seeking to find a rental as their home.
You guys envision that the availability of rentals is going to increase the offerings on the MLS?
I guess we haven't done any statistics ourselves personally in-house, but there have been a lot of reports out there that we are a really hot rental market, and that there's a lot, coming online and there's just a demand for them. So I foresee that there's probably going to be, I would say that there's probably going to be a spike in some rentals and stuff, but the thing is that we hope to get more agents to obviously adopt this product too. So it's out there for you to use, and obviously you can use it. I mean, it's super user friendly. They have great tools out there. If you have any questions on it or anything, let me know. Or if you as a brokerage, I can even connect you with the vendor and we can plan like a webinar for you guys if you want some extra training on it too. Something that we certainly can do. They have great support over there and I have a direct contact that we can work with. So she's happy to do webinars and stuff and kind of run through the product. We do have a recorded webinar on our website already from when they introduced in February. So there is a resource out there that kind of walks you through the whole system and product. But again, if you want something brokerage specific, we certainly could do that. And then local logic, right now, the neighborhood intel reports are available, which are essentially paid reports. But what we're also looking forward to is that in partnership with Neighborhood Intel and that organization, there's going to be some neighborhood information that's going to be fully integrated into the listing, like in Matrix or in Flex or in Paragon, whichever front end system you choose to use. So it'll just have some neighborhood information, transport services, character housing, community, weather. It kind of provides all that kind of neighborhoody type of information. But again, the paid reports have been released and are available, but you'll see more of that product and information from them being fully integrated. That's just accessible in listings within the MLS system. So there'll be some additional stuff rolling out with that. So we're looking forward to that as well. Some upcoming items. So those are things that have been released or partially released. And then we have some additional upcoming items here coming on board. Next to come on board is probably going to be Postcard Mania. So what's going to happen is in our ad edit system, right now when you go into your listing, you have a listing tab, the media tab, and the open houses tab. There's going to be a marketing and promotions tab integrated into ad edit. And we're going to start implementing some products and services underneath that marketing tab. And one of those products is Postcard Mania. So essentially Postcard Mania is going to be a direct mailer service that you can use to promote your listing or promote a recent sale. And it's customizable. You can upload your image, your colors for your brokerage, however you see fit. And you essentially can do kind of like a farming. You can farm an area and import some addresses. And then you essentially just pay for it and it just happens. So they produce those postcards for you and they get mailed and shipped out to whomever your target audience may be. So that's going to be coming on board very, very soon. We did a webinar with them last month, but that'll be coming on board. In addition to Postcard Mania, we'll be having Sphere Builder. So that'll also be housed under that marketing and promotions tab. And again, it's a digital marketing and analytics tool. So it helps agents manage their listings, online marketing, and impacts. Marketing tab will be within their listing in the ad edit system. So it's a little bit more analytical and with stats and things. I think it'll probably provide them maybe even stuff like hits and just kind of how impactful their listing is being and who's viewing it and that type of thing. So it's just a really nice kind of engagement tool. And I personally haven't seen it yet because it hasn't been rolled out. But again, once we have more information on it, we'll probably be doing a webinar with them and getting more information out to you guys. So we're looking forward to bringing that on board as well. The Green Building Registry. So we are implementing new RESO, which is the Real Estate Standards Organization, those data fields into our ad edit system, and they're going to be green fields. So it's going to be integrated into ad edit, and agents will be able to upload their energy efficiency information about a listing into the ad edit's expanded RESO green energy data fields. So we look forward to bringing that on board. There's actually a database out there. And I believe in our market, Minneapolis and Bloomington have quite a lot of data on properties in those two cities that really directly relate to the green fields. But it's just going to really kind of encourage agents to input information about their property that are green related.
When did you say that's coming?
Green Building Registry.
Yeah.
We just got word this week that it's probably soon, probably within the next month is kind of, I think, where we're at with it. Timelines kind of shift depending on scope of work and implementation, but I know that they're quite a ways along on the work for that project. So I'm thinking we'll probably be seeing it in the next month. And then lastly, something that we're also really excited about, and I'm not sure the timeline on this one, again, hopefully sometime mid-year here, we're bringing on Welcome Mat. And what Welcome Mat is it's going to enable those who are doing listing input to upload their video directly into the ad edit system. So how ad edit is right now is when you upload a virtual tour, it has to be hosted on an outside platform and have a web URL. So Welcome Ad's going to enable those to essentially upload their raw video directly into the ad edit system, and it doesn't have to be hosted out on like Vimeo or other video platforms. So so Welcome Ad is technically the vendor. They're the ones who are hosting it per se, but it's going to be much easier because you'll be able to upload it directly into the ad edit product. And it just makes it easier for everyone. And especially for those who maybe choose to do some video on their own, or maybe they have the video file and they just want to upload it into the system. It'll just make it a little bit more simple. So really looking forward to bringing that on board as well. So this last March, late March, I had the privilege to go up to the Fargo-Moorhead Area Association of Realtors. So just a little update for you, and maybe not as impactful for you working here in the metro area, but you now have access to those Fargo-Moorhead area listings in Western Minnesota, and then they in turn have access to our database of listings. So we share a database with them. Their data was converted on May 25th, and we continue to closely work with them and making sure that everything's working smoothly. You have access, they have access to everything they need. But this is just strictly a data collaboration. So they're not part of NorthstarMLS. They're just what we call our common data platform. They're sharing our database. So they're still functioning independently, carry all their own contracts and everything with their own vendors and everything. We just have the data share with them.
And so in that instance, like when you go to other places where we have shared information, but their showing time, their like super key, all that kind of stuff is different. So that would be the same with.
So showing time, you should still be able to schedule showings on their listings there. Okay. So everything, so essentially their listings are going to show up in our matrix instance. Okay. So you can still go in there, you can schedule showings. And that same goes for, I'm going to kind of sidetrack here, but so we also have what we call an intra-matrix collaboration with Northwestern Wisconsin, which is based in Eau Claire. So they do not use our database and they are not part of NorthstarMLS. But when you're in Matrix, there's a tab up at the top that says NWWMLS. You can technically go into their instance of Matrix and view their listings. And what Showing Time has done is they have enabled showings to be scheduled in their platform amongst, within the NorthstarMLS network, but then also neighboring MLSs. So Northwestern Wisconsin is one of those MLSs that you can actually schedule showings within Showing Time on, even though they don't have a full relationship with us. Lake Superior, you should be able to go in there and schedule showings on listings for that MLS. I believe Mankato too. So the Realtors Association of Southwest Minnesota, they're also available in the Showing Time system too. So Showing Time has been great in giving us kind of, agents access to those listings in other markets, even though the listing's technically not in our MLS or in our database, they can still schedule showings using that platform. But with Fargo-Moorhead, they are using our database, so all of their listings are going to show up in our MLS system, so Matrix, so you'll have access to it in there. One thing to keep in mind is once I came on board here, again, just over a year ago, and something that our marketing department has really been pushing is our monthly newsletter. So we've been issuing a monthly newsletter to our subscribers. We always issue it out to our staff and the associations first, and then usually gets sent out about the third week of each month on a Saturday morning. That seems to be when we have a really high open rate. So we do a monthly feature called Ask David, which I cover just some different topics and training and education materials, some just kind of good food for thought type of information. We do product updates for new products that are coming or anything that we may be revisiting that we released in the past year. There's usually a rules and regulations segment. We have Trisha over in our rules and regulations department who will provide some of that information. We do industry updates and do news articles from Real Estate News. And then we also have our monthly webinar feature. So we do a monthly webinar every single month. A lot of the times it will be with one of our partnering vendors. Sometimes I will do a webinar. So it just really depends on the month. So in May this month, actually next Thursday, we have a webinar with our CEO, Tim Dane. So we are looking forward to having him come in for his first first shot at doing a webinar. We're looking forward to that. And if you're not receiving the newsletter, just shoot us an email. Let us know if you're not getting it, and we'll obviously try to get you into our database that we send out the newsletters to. So, and I'll talk about the monthly webinar here in just a moment too, a little bit later. I've got some further information on it to hopefully encourage you to attend. Just a reminder that we have resources. So late last fall, we revamped our whole website. So we have a lot of resources on our website. We're constantly refining, revising, adding, removing, kind of just shifting things around on our website. But we've got resources. We've got product pages for all of our products. There's insights, which is our blog. So we have a lot of blog articles and help articles and whatnot. So again, that's just our main website on NorthstarMLS.com. So we have all of our webinar recordings that we do monthly. Those are uploaded there, rules and regulations, resources. And then we also have our YouTube channel, which is just a wealth of different videos and things, some built in-house, some vendor videos, but a lot of access to stuff. So definitely just take a look and check out those resources. We are really excited about our 2024 Northstar MLS subscriber report. So some of you may be familiar with the T360 annual report that they release every year, their trends report. So this is kind of the first of its kind. They partnered with us in doing an MLS report. So we are really excited about that. We provided them a lot of information, but this report is exclusively written by T360. So it's really from their perspective, giving some really good information about trends in the real estate industry, trends with MLSs. But then there's a large section that focuses on us and what we've achieved over our past year, what kind of the future of Northstar MLS looks like. We talk about our financials, our structure for our employees. So a lot of information about Northstar MLS. So if you're ever confused about what purpose we serve and what value what we bring to the table, this report really has it all. It's really, really exciting for us. So it is available in digital copy. It was, I believe we sent it out in our newsletter last month in April. It'll probably go out in our newsletter this month too, just as a reminder. But it is available electronically, and we will have some hard copies coming at some point too. We'll probably have some dropped off at some brokerages as we can, and associations throughout our network. So really excited about this report. It's really great, a lot of really cool information, and just gives you a really good understanding of what Northstar MLS is. Some of our upcoming initiatives. So something in one of the projects I am working on is called, we're doing like a Northstar MLS recipe book. So what we're doing is we are coming up with use case scenarios of how you can utilize MLS systems and services to really serve like a specific goal. So if you're looking to produce labels for mailers, we have about 3 different systems that can provide that for you. So we're going to do a recipe book that's going to essentially give you that use case, the ingredients you need to get the job done, and then kind of some guidance on how to do those things. So it's a work in progress. If you have any suggestions or use cases for us, definitely let me know or reach out to us and let us know. As we like to get these implemented. But as we've been meeting with some brokers, they've really given us some insight on, that there's a lot of tools out there, but they don't really use a lot of them, or they don't feel they need to use them. So we're really just trying to encourage those to explore what we have to offer and really just increase our engagement with our products and services. And then also take feedback, or if there's other products and services we don't have that may be helpful, certainly reach out to us and let us know. Again, next Thursday, May 9th, we are doing a webinar with CEO Tim Dane. He's going to review that 2024 Northstar MLS subscriber report. So again, we're really excited for that. You can register for that webinar. There was a registration link in our April newsletter that was sent out. And right now on our Matrix news screen, you can register there. The link is live and you can click on it there. It's also out on our Flex and Paragon MLS front-end systems as well. And it's on our social media too. So there's a little video on our social media, on all of our social media platforms that will allow you to register for that webinar. What we plan to do is early next week, we are going to take that registration list and we're going to send out an email to those who have registered and give them the opportunity to ask questions. So we're going to have question submission from our subscriber base. Then we're going to use those questions, some of them, to ask Tim on Thursday during the webinar. So he will answer those in that webinar on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely register. Should be a cool perspective to have Tim provide some information about the MLS, our initiatives, and reviewing that subscriber report. So within my department, we just made a recent hire about 2.5 weeks ago, I think now, Anna Costa. So she is joining us as our marketing manager. So our team is growing, which is great for us and for me on the marketing side. She previously worked as a digital marketing specialist, and she loves things all like gaming, collecting toys from the 80s. She was a soccer player back in her day. She used to play some professional soccer and whatnot. So definitely a sports guru and whatnot there as well. But we're really excited to have her on board and just further support our team, and then encourage us to get out and do more of these brokerage visits, bring you more content, more engagement. Yeah, so we're really excited to have her on board. So then lastly, again, keep in touch. We have, several different means of communication and our social media platforms. I guess, Twitter, now known as X, is up there. And I believe we do have a Threads account, so I need to get that added here as well. But if you ever do have any questions, certainly reach out to the help desk or out to our marketing department. We'll do our best to support you. But yeah, we're just looking to, increase our engagement and really, really help you guys out as best as we can. Are there any questions, you guys in the room or on Zoom? Anybody have any questions or anything for me? Sure.
I know you mentioned like there are a lot of tools and stuff out there, and so creating like that recipe book. Is there one, tool that you think is super underutilized that could like really save an agent time, or if we did explore it more?
Yeah, and some of you may use this, but I think from my perspective, I feel like it's underused. So our PR Realtors Property Resource, it's a NAR product, so it's a really hefty tool. But what's nice about RPR is essentially you can do listing searches, you can search for properties, and we usually encourage people who are looking for listings that may not be in the Northstar MLS database. So for example, again, Lake Superior Realtors, they are not, we don't have any type of a relationship with them, but they do participate in RPR. So they share their listings to RPR, and RPR is, accessible to those who are agents or have, essentially a membership with a Realtor Association. So it's somewhat of a secure database. But they can look up listings that are outside of the Northstar MLS database, which is super helpful. You can schedule listings through showing time within RPR in those other markets. It provides you a CMA. You can do a CMA in there. There's a wealth of other reports and definitely tax information, all kinds of stuff. So it's really kind of a one-stop shop. And I think that it has a lot of really nice tools and reports that are available. They implemented some new like AI writers. So they did like a residential AI writer, I think, late last year. They just implemented a commercial one. So it kind of does some AI text generation for you and stuff, if you can check out that tool. So definitely something that we'll probably continue to try and push and promote a little bit more. And something that I am seeking to become a certified RPR trainer. So it might be something that we start offering some classes on it too, from the MLS, which would be really nice. So
That was like my next.
yeah. So that's kind of, and they have a lot of great videos and support and resources out there. It's just a really nice platform. So if you haven't looked at it, I highly suggest checking that out at least. Yeah, I mean, we offer what we call front end of choice. So you can use Matrix, Paragon, or Flex. A lot of our users use Matrix. That's what they're used to. But we do see Matrix will be having some updates coming. And then again, Paragon and Flex are also available to you. Serve the same purpose. It's all about user preference. What other tools do we have out there? RPR is really just top of mind because it's just something that really is kind of a one-stop shop again. And as we roll out some of these new products and things, I'm sure that we'll have some more suggestions and push and just options for people to use. So, any other questions? And it can be unrelated to what I talked about today too. if somebody has something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have a question on, I kind of missed the beginning a little bit on that, postcard mania,
Yeah.
the marketing tab.
Mhm.
When is that coming up?
So really soon. So, we're working on getting it implemented with our single sign-on. So essentially what that means is that when you log into AdAd and go to your listing, click on Postcard Mania, it just logs you in immediately and you don't have to worry about anything.
Okay.
So I don't want to speak on it, but there's supposed to be something happening today, actually. So they're working on getting it implemented very soon. So we expect to hopefully see it in the next week or so.
I've seen postcard, but I've had them reach out to me for other things. Is there like any kind of discount that?
We do have a discount code.
Getting with that?
Yep, so we do have a discount code. It's in our blog on our website right now. And then once it's actually live in the system, we'll do another kind of media push. And we'll put it on our Matrix news screen and stuff, and we'll include that
So
promo code. Yeah. So there is a promo code, and it was a tool that was available in one of the products we sunset in the past. So some of you may be familiar with it or have seen it, or I'm sure they've reached out to you, like you said. But yeah, there will be a discount code that you can use from NorthstarMLS, and then again, you can choose to use it. You don't have to, but it's just kind of a nice way that you can quickly design something and then send out a blast, and it kind of removes the manual work for you. So,
Okay.
Any other questions? Do you have anything following me up today?
No.
Oh, was I it? I should have provided a little bit more content. I apologize. Hopefully this was helpful anyway. I mean, I know we're running on kind of about a half an hour here, but I'll stick around for a few moments too, in case any other questions come in or if you guys have anything. But we can also explore doing some other more product specific trainings in the future too. So if we want to do like a run through of MLS Touch or something like that, we said that.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Well, we'll give everyone back some of their time today, which everybody always appreciates you. And we thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today and giving us some previews of what's to come.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.
And again, reach out if you have any questions or suggestions. Always let us know.
Thank you.